You may have heard of them, maybe you haven't, but the word Moor simply means black. It was a title that was given to them because of their dark skin. Many people believe that Moor also means Muslim, but the truth is there were many different types of Moors. There were Muslim Moors, there were Jewish Moors, Christian Moors, and some that practiced a Kemetic African faith. As a result of the Roman civilization collapsing, Europe fell into a dark age for 500 years. By 711 AD, the Moors made their way into Spain, crossing from Africa to the Iberian Peninsula. After the invasion in 711, more Moors arrived, soon dominating Europe. For 700 years, the Africans who dominated Spain and much of southwest Europe brought a level of civilization that had not been seen since the ancient Greeks, who were students of North Africans, ruled Europe. Irrigation systems constructed by Moorish engineers. They also created paved roads and public restrooms. Education thrived in Moorish Spain, including 17 universities, 800 schools, several colleges, and public libraries and bookstores containing 700,000 manuscripts. The Moors during this time were also heavy translators of ancient Kemetic texts and scientific texts. This was also especially important considering the fact that 99% of the population were illiterate, including the king, who could not read or write during this time. During the time of translating texts, the Moors had translated the works of the Greeks, not knowing that they were actually translating the works of their own ancestors that the Greeks had misunderstood. The Moors were also aware that the world was round and not flat. They took their knowledge of geography and created maps that showed all land and sea routes, their location in relation to the latitude and longitude. It is no surprise that when Christopher Columbus decided to explore the world, on his flag in the city of Cordova, the Moors constructed splendid palaces with manicured lawns, marble, carved walls with heavily decorated hallways, grand fountains, bright lamps, and 700 mosques, all while kings were unfortunately living in large barns with unfinished chimneys with no windows. The Moors also introduced proper hygiene, such as wearing undergarments and bathing with soap and water, which before this time was thought to be a sin and an unclean thing to do. Also in the city, there were 80,455 shops and 4,300 markets where you could purchase anything from spices, silks, glass, leather, pottery, and other goods. The Moors excelled in education, but they also enjoyed leisure activities, such as horseback riding, marksmanship, chess, and they even enjoyed discussing war tactics and strategies. The Moors were also heavy listeners of music. They brought into Europe classical music, the piano, and other string instruments.